Have you ever wondered if history's darkest dictator might have escaped the ultimate fate of death? Today, we journey into the final days of Adolf Hitler, a story shrouded in mystery, eyewitness accounts, and conspiracy theories that have endured for decades. Stay with us as we ask, did Hitler really die in 1945? In April 1945, as Allied forces closed in on Berlin, Adolf Hitler retreated to a subterranean bunker beneath the city. According to the widely accepted historical record, he committed suicide on April 30, 1945. However, over the decades, alternative narratives and conspiracy theories have emerged. Today, we sift through eyewitness testimonies, forensic evidence, and expert analysis to separate fact from fiction. In this documentary, we will guide you through the labyrinth of historical documents, the intrigue of disputed eyewitness accounts, and the enduring fascination with one of the 20th century's most enigmatic figures. As the Allies advanced on Berlin, Hitler's inner circle retreated to the Führer bunker, a cramped, underground labyrinth beneath the Reichschancellery. Here, in the claustrophobic confines of concrete and despair, the fate of Nazi Germany was sealed. Eyewitnesses like Trottel Junge, Hitler's personal secretary, later recounted the atmosphere in the bunker, a mix of fatalism, denial, and a strange calm before the inevitable end. In one recorded account, Junge said, "We all knew the end was near, yet we clung to hope." This desperate hope, however, was not shared by the majority. Historical records, including testimonies from members of Hitler's inner circle and Soviet intelligence reports, affirm that, on the afternoon of April 30, 1945, as Soviet forces converged on Berlin, Hitler and his wife, Eva Braun, took their own lives. Their bodies were hurriedly removed and, according to some reports, burned in the garden of the bunker. But despite this seemingly clear-cut account, questions linger in the shadows. How do we know these events unfolded exactly as reported? And why do conspiracy theories continue to thrive? Historical inquiry is built on evidence. Let's examine the records that form the basis of the official account of Hitler's death. Soviet autopsy reports and later investigations by Western historians have provided detailed forensic evidence. In 1968, Russian researchers claim to have recovered fragments of dental remains, which many experts have since correlated with Hitler's known dental records. Moreover, testimonies from those who were in the Bunkerzug as Otto Günsche, Hitler's adjutant, described a swift but chaotic series of events. One account states, "In the final hours, there was no room for doubt. The dictator had resolved his fate, and nothing could alter the impending doom of his regime." Documents from the Allied forces, including intercepted communications and post-war interrogations, also align with the narrative that Hitler's death was confirmed on that fateful day. Despite the Soviet Union's initial secrecy, subsequent research, and the work of historians such as Sir Ian Kershaw and Joachim Fest have largely validated these accounts. Yet, despite the convergence of multiple lines of evidence, the allure of an alternative story has proven irresistible to many. From the ashes of defeat, conspiracy theories began to emerge. The idea that Hitler had faked his death, escaped to South America, or otherwise eluded justice became a recurring theme in popular culture. Books, documentaries, and even films have revived these theories time and again, challenging the established historical narrative. Some theorists argue that inconsistencies in early Soviet reports, combined with the chaotic nature of Berlin in 1945, have left room for doubt. In the 1970s, several alleged sightings of Hitler in remote corners of South America were reported, and these stories have been amplified by later authors and media outlets. But how do these theories hold up against rigorous historical scrutiny? While intriguing, many of these claims lack verifiable evidence. For example, the hypothesis that Hitler escaped to Argentina is built largely on anecdotal accounts and dubious photographic evidence rather than solid forensic data. Historians point out that the sheer scale of the Allied investigation into Nazi war crimes would have made any successful escape virtually impossible. The logistical and bureaucratic hurdles involved in orchestrating such a cover-up remain staggering. While conspiracy theories capture our imagination and offer a tantalizing glimpse into an alternative past, the weight of evidence continues to support the conclusion that Adolf Hitler's final moments occurred in that Berlin bunker on April 30, 1945. Let's debunk some of the most persistent myths. One common claim is that inconsistencies in Soviet records leave the door open for doubt. However, subsequent investigations by Western historians and forensic experts have confirmed the accuracy of these reports. In 1993, a team of international researchers reviewed the available evidence and concluded that the Soviet documentation, while initially shrouded in secrecy, was in fact consistent with the testimonies of eyewitnesses and forensic findings. As noted by one expert, when all the pieces are put together, the evidence overwhelmingly supports the suicide narrative. Other myths suggest that Hitler was seen in later years, often citing unverifiable interviews or alleged secret meetings. Yet, these accounts are typically based on misidentified individuals or intentional misinformation. In the absence of credible documentation, such claims remain in the realm of speculative fiction. Moreover, the extensive investigations conducted by post-war Allied agencies, including those related to Nazi war crimes, would have likely unearthed evidence of an escape if it had occurred. The lack of any credible material proof further undermines the conspiracy theories. But why do conspiracy theories persist, even in the face of overwhelming evidence? The answer lies in the complex psychology of denial and the human need for narrative closure. When dealing with the atrocities of the past, many find it difficult to accept that such a monstrous figure could simply end his own life. Conspiracy theories can serve as a coping mechanism, a way to reframe a historical tragedy into a narrative that feels more controllable or comprehensible. In the case of Hitler, the idea that he could have escaped punishment offers a perverse form of hope that even the most notorious figures can slip through the cracks of justice. Psychologists suggest that these narratives flourish in environments of uncertainty, where official accounts seem incomplete or unsatisfying. While understanding this phenomenon does not validate the theories themselves, it does provide insight into why certain historical events continue to be questioned long after the facts have been established. As our investigation comes to a close, the preponderance of evidence indicates that Adolf Hitler did indeed meet his end in 1945 within the confines of his Berlin bunker. Eyewitness accounts, forensic studies, and rigorous historical research converge to confirm the official account. History is often complex, and the shadows of conspiracy can obscure even the most well-documented events. Yet, as we peel back the layers of myth and misinformation, the truth stands clear. Adolf Hitler's demise is not a mystery to be solved, but a somber reminder of the catastrophic consequences of tyranny. If you found this exploration insightful, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What other historical mysteries would you like us to unravel? Join us on this journey through time as we continue to explore the events that have shaped our world. Thank you for watching. Remember, history is not just about the past, it's a living dialogue that shapes our future. Click on the next video and keep exploring the mysteries of our shared history.